Hey guys, welcome back. We are back here with the old 289-302. Just wanted to touch on something real quick. Our last video, we were removing the timing cover and all that jazz. I did a cool time lapse, so if you haven't seen it, I had to take a little bit of time to just clean up the work area. I have essentially like a picnic table down here that I have my transmission on, and I have all of the parts that I've taken off the engine so far up on. I have a U.S. General, excuse me, U.S. General toolbox that I got from Harbor Freight. Thing's amazing. It's around like $400. It's the massive, like, that thing's got to be 4 or 5 feet wide. Tons of drawers. I got almost all my tools in there, and it has a bench top. So there's a video of me cleaning that and just laying everything out on top of it. So, but I had to take some time and do that. Now I still have valve covers and miscellaneous. I kind of have like a little makeshift drip pan. I have my other pan over here with my torque converter in it, draining transmission fluid. So there's some more cleaning up to do. I'm almost there. I'm almost at the like happy medium area where I'm confident with the engine, how it's going, and my shop is clean. Got to keep a clean shop, so I just wanted to touch on that real quick. Definitely take some time, because that's how you start losing shit. I mean, I still have parts in here, and I know the parts, harmonic balancer, distributor, ignition coil, fuel pump, starter, alternator, water pump, all those things, probably even the pulleys, they're all going to be tossed out. But you want to keep your stuff in a, so you could use that for reference if you don't have the parts already. So real quick, again, I wanted to touch on this because we took the timing chain off. So I put a 2-jaw puller on it, was able to pull it out. I was under the assumption for a second that this cam cover had to come off with the timing gear, but I got confused there. So just wanted to touch on that. Was able to do that. You got to be careful because you can't be fucking this up and your crank and all that stuff. So, but now we have the engine. Doesn't really matter because everything's coming out. But I got it at top dead center. That's just a good habit to get into. If you're just changing this out, if you're changing the cam out or whatever you got going on, your distributor, your plugs, everything's going. You want to make sure you're at top dead center. Distributor firing at number 1. That's not the case for us, so let's get cracking. But it's, like I said before, it is a good practice to get into. Here we got the old 7/16 on the cam. I'm just going to take the cover off for now, because what I want to do is I want to remove. We're going to do a simple. And see, this is where I smell it. I smell the oil being burnt. Yeah, I definitely smell something being burnt in here. It almost smells like, the way I can describe it is like you're getting a road like resurfaced or retard. That's what it smells like. So, and this is labeled back and bottom. So this is your back side, and that goes to the bottom. Can't really mess them up. It has that little galley there for this portion. The looks okay. I don't see any pitting, but we're going to do a simple rocker push rod removal, and then we're going to try to pull this cam out. The cam may or may not come, so I can't promise that. Okay, but I want to keep those screws together because they are a different size. So let's get a rag here and clean up. Excuse me. Excuse the reach here. As I do in all my videos, guys, I just want to give you a huge shout out. I really appreciate the community. You guys are awesome. So thanks for sticking around. Sorry if I'm not the greatest communicator. I like to just get in there and work. I really don't. I'm kind of like I got the wrong size. Kind of like a hermit over here. So don't like hanging out with people. Don't like talking to people. I have my reasons for that. But so for me to kind of do commentary on top of a video, It's tough for me. So what I'm gonna do, and of course I'm not prepared, so what I'm gonna do very quickly, and I'll show you at the end of this video, is I'm just gonna lay out. I'm gonna lay out a piece of paper like this on the piece of cloth here on the floor, and you want to make sure. And again, these heads may or may not be going back in, but you got to keep everything in order here. So you're going to be doing this a different way if you plan on doing maintenance and other things like that. But for me, I'm doing 100% teardown, so it really doesn't have to be. I'm not following all the guidelines of which one you should take off first, and even if there is a certain way to do it. So I already checked the tightness and how everything feels. Actually, I could probably I'm going to put this nut right back on there. So I'm going to take the rockers out and the push rods for now. Whew, these are just gummed up. I'm surprised. I can't even see through this thing. I probably have to blow it out, but I'm going to be shocked if these end up going back in, these heads, because they are pitted, they are funk nasty. I am definitely, and I used to just call them dog bones because you have those dog bones sitting in there, but the push rod, I'm just going to call it a push rod holder because the name is slipping my mind right now. I'm going to leave those in. I'm going to soak them with some PB Blaster because they're a bitch to get at. But these rockers and these push rods, I don't smell the burnt smell so much as I did here in the front. Man, these are tough. Sorry if I'm in the way, but like here, there's a couple through bolts that go in to the engine, and man, when I pull them out, like these timing gear, the camshaft covers, woo, they smell, man. It smells like tar. It smells like a new road. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the conversion here so this goes a little bit faster for you, because this is going to take fucking forever. Let's do that. So you're, I may have chose wrong. Let's do that so we're not here all fucking day. So rocker, push rod, and you can even see what's top and bottom. There's no way these are going in. I mean, I might clean them up. Who the hell knows? Let's do this because sorry guys, I'm getting a little sidetracked here at the base, but I want to make sure that I keep all these together. And I can clearly see top versus bottom on the push rods. So let me crack all these loose, and then I'll use the drill, take them all out. These are on there, man. And these are sealed, threaded, push rod bolts, if that's what you want to say. Not sure of the correct terminology there, but there's a different way to tell the years of the heads. Oh man. Should be using a bigger wrench for these. And these are the larger ones. These aren't the ones that have been cut down. I don't believe. So don't quote me on that. There's so many different variances. So now that these are all cracked, dear Lord, let's get over here. Sorry if I'm blocking you guys. So I'm gonna try to do this the best way. And again, like, this is something I can do. You guys let me know in the comments. Should I be doing this type of stuff do you guys prefer the time lapses versus the way that I'm doing it now. Let me know, because now I'm going to be kind of sitting here for 5 minutes taking all these out. You know, I got really nothing to tell you. Other than on to the next one. And another one. Of course, now she don't want to come out, so we'll do this little trick. There she goes. So, and the gunk, I mean, dude, whoo, baby, this baby was fucking burning, dude. So, you know, I'm going to find out real quick, really what was happening with the engine. If I got I really hope to God I don't have a crank issue. Crank bearings or something. The camshaft probably going to be replaced with like a E or a B, something like that. So we got these all out. I figured this is just the easy way to keep the nuts on the top. Because I really, sorry, I'm like jumping all over the place. I hope you guys can follow me. I'm really trying to see where that burning smell is coming from. It's got to be some type of something is going on it, because there's no way it would be making that type of smell only in like specific areas. Again, right now I smelled. Sorry, let me just get this last one out. I smelled gas coming out of the oil when I drained the oil initially. I want to keep that. There's a little bearing in there. I'll keep that where it should be. These are facing this way. So I know I have some type of leak because I smell gas, possibly intake manifold leak, head gasket leak, not really sure. But now I have that burning smell, that like tar new road smell, if you will, coming from the front of the engine. Oh boy, this baby's in there. She don't want to come out. There she is, dirty dog. So I want to see where that's coming from. If that's coming from the camshaft or the crank. And dude, I'm sorry if I'm rambling. You know, I'm just talking to myself here. So it's strange to hear it come in third person because you're just sitting at home or wherever you're at watching the video. But when you're trying to make these videos, it's difficult for me anyway to just kind of sit here and fucking talk to myself without thinking I'm out of my freaking mind. So I don't have. Ooh. That's tough. I'm gonna have to roll this one on the ground. That one may be slightly, very slightly bent, but I could just be losing my mind because it's like midnight. But that one definitely, out of all the push rods, that one looked the wonkiest so far. And that was, what number was that one? Second from the rear, whatever that one is. So we'll see. It's not like catastrophic, but and again, I have these like Chevy orange color springs in here. I'm on my last two. You guys are probably saying, thank God, you skipped to the end. I ain't sitting through this bullshit. That's what I do. I don't blame you. I have these Chevy orange valve springs. Don't know anything about them. There was one guy that had, that one kind of, that one's okay. There was a guy that had his heads painted orange. And he was trying to diagnose what was going on with that. So let's go, and there's no way I'm going to be able to get this out by hand. I'm going to try to find a bolt real quick. Get some stuff going on my hands. Let me try to find a bolt. I don't believe those have to come out. I don't think those have to come out to pull my crank out. Or I'm sorry, my camshaft out. I can feel it wiggling like a little bit, so let me see if I can get a bolt in there. This will be a miracle, right? I don't even know if, is that threaded? Who knows? Yeah, I tell you what, to cut this video short, let's leave it as it is. I'm going to find a bolt. We'll come back and we'll check you guys at the next one. We're going to get these heads off. I'm going to take these bolts out. We're going to pull the camshaft out because I know this video is running long. Let me show you what I did here at the floor. Whoa, we're getting crazy. Whoa, sorry for that. My phone was plugged in over there. So that's what I did just to keep track, front to rear, of the rockers and the push rods. So that's where we're at, guys. And we'll cut it short. I don't want it to go more than 20 minutes. So we'll see you at the next one. Thanks, guys.